My first question that I had is, why come back? Why not retire a champion? You win, you're at the top, why not say, I'm done, let me enjoy the rest of my life as a champion? Why risk it?
To be honest, this is why, this is the plan for me. After having a really success career as an amateur, won everything, won, name it, all the IFBB shows and world champion, the European champion, and all that is not one time. I mean, if you count like how many world champion I won, probably 10 times. But to finish my career, I said I'll do the Olympia. I want to be on the Olympia stage and to finish my career. So my first pro show was the Arnold, and I won the Arnold from the first show, and then qualified to the Olympia. First Olympia for me is a third, and then 2019 I won the Olympia, and this is the plan. So as soon as I came out backstage, Jay Cutler, which is one of the legends that I love in our industry. I love Jay Cutler. He's such a great guy, very, very, very good ambassador for our sport. So he said, Kamal, I've heard you said retire. I said, yes. He said, no, you're not going to retire. He said, we want to see you again. We want to see that physique. We haven't seen that kind of physique for a long time. All that muscle mature, the lines and the condition, the shape. He said, you remind us with the 70s physique and the 80s physique. He's pushed me, and then, because when I came out, so I was speaking to my wife as well on the phone straight away. She's the first one. And then Chris, my coach, next to me, I said, well, it's not up to me. I've got my wife, we have to have the green light. I mean, she's doing everything for me, all the cooking. She's been massive support for me. So, and then I said, Chris, what do you think? So Chris said, yeah, you got 5 years in your physique. It can be easy, no problem.
So this was definitely a team decision.
This is the team, yes, really the team decision. So I spoke to my wife, she's in the phone. I said, hey, they don't want me to retire. What do you think? I know it's like, she said, well, it depends up to you. It's okay, I don't mind. So I said to Jay, she doesn't mind. Chris, he said, we know we can do it. And everybody pushed me. I said, okay, I'll come back next year. So that's the realness. This is like what you said, is a team decision. My coaches believed in me. I've got the full support from my wife, she's the one, my family, because they are the most important for me. I mean, it's going to be taking time from them. And she said yes, she's happy to do it, and she proved it. I mean, this year, like what happened, with the pandemic and everything, she told me go. I mean, I've been now, it will be 4 months away from my family.
How are the wife and kids doing right now?
Yeah, everything is fine. They had with the pandemic and everything, we had a 4 weeks lockdown in UK, but she just told me year 7, I've got year 8, year 7 and year 11. My boys, they are actually off school because they found cases in the school and everything, on and off. But she's doing great with them, it's fine. Today, actually, they got back to normal, UK, open everything, so.
I know they released news about that they're gonna be mass sending out the vaccine too.
Yeah. So it's gonna take some time, but yeah, they are okay now there. Hopefully they just waiting for me to come back with the title.
And how do you feel right now, honestly? Give me the honest, how everything you feel, what's your mindset, and then physically. First the mind.
My mindset, to be honest, I'm comfortable because I really did what I have to do. I'm happy with actually what we've done. Improved from last year, and this is the most important thing. So you come year to year improving, and this is what I've been doing since the Arnold Classic. So every year is improving. So this is the judges they want to see. They don't want to see you like, oh, you're not improved. So hopefully, still we've got 2 weeks. Hopefully that the improvement keeps going till the day, because that's the only day is going to count. Okay, maybe I'm good now. Some mistakes happen. No, so hopefully we're keeping the good improvement till the day of the Olympia, and then the judges, they can see the improvement, and this is what I want. I'm just improving. This is as a physique-wise. Mentally, it's tired. I mean, it's been a long prep, and but it is the way. There is no other way. You cannot do it. You have to suffer. You have to do it that way. I mean, if you want to take it easy, you're not going to bring the best what you've got. So I'm good. I'm ready.
Speaking of suffering, though, what is the hardest part of the last 2 weeks? You know, you can talk to me mentally fit, but what is the hardest part of the last 2 weeks of prepping for the Olympia?
Well, to be honest, the last 2 weeks, it's not going to be. To be honest, for me, it's not going to be hard. Probably it's going to be the easiest. You know why? Because I'm going to meet my coach 10 days out. So when I meet my coach, that's when I relax. Normally, there is no relax. I send them pictures. The pictures, it doesn't make the way that you look, whatever. So you always, you're not 100%. You want your coach to see you to make sure that he's happy. He knows because the experience that he's got, what we've been through. So for me, yes, hard. I'm tired. I feel really like low. It is really like. It is suffering. I feel sometimes like really low depression, energy and everything. But as soon as I will be with my coach, I give all that stress to him. He will take over from me. So
one more week.
Oh yes, one more week. I mean, I'll leave. He's gonna relieve me. He's gonna take that stress. He's gonna take that stress.
That's all good to hear. Let's get back to the young Kamal. Let's go to baby Kamal. Okay, not baby, but your first time stepping into a gym or somewhere where you lifted weights. Your first time grabbing the weights. Tell me where you were, how old you were, and that feeling you had.
You know, first time when I started, like, I went to the gym or training, to be honest, it was never into my dream to be a bodybuilder. It's not really.
Why did you start?
I wanted to do a sport. I've always wanted to play football. I wanted to be a karate. This is my hobby. This is what I wanted to do. Because of, you know, the old days with the Bruce Lee and all, like this kind of, this is what I wanted to do. But because of like my dad and the skills and the work back home, and so my dad, we own like a success business. My dad, joinery, we do furniture manufacturing and whatever. So he always wanted us to learn the skills, always. You know, back home tradition. Well, if your dad doing something, the kids, there has to be, at least they learn that things to carry on after generation after generation. So the gyms or the clubs for the karate, they close early. So after the school, straight to the factory, there is no time. Try to play football again, they play during the day or after, so I couldn't. Sometimes sneaks out. I don't go to the factory, come back, my daddy smacks me hard, and really, like, my dad was really tough, just like to learn the skills. I did hate them times, like, come on, Dad, I'm young. I want to play with the kids, everybody's playing. No, we're not. So he pushed me hard to learn the skills, which I did. And I become like a good carpenter, chippy. I've been working with him. I was like helping him as well, like fitting all these doors and kitchens and way. So I was doing well. And then the only things I found, my cousin, he said, well, he goes to the gym. And he said to me, Kamal, come with us because we go late. So I think we go 7 till 9. He goes that time. So we finish 6. I said, okay, let's start.
Perfect.
Yeah, so I started going with them. Start training, it's okay. First day, second day, it's been okay. I liked it because I wanted to do a sport. I wanted to be like physical. I wanted to do some sport, kind of sport.
You need to get out some of the aggression.
Yes,
you know?
yeah. And I've been engaged to that training. I felt strong because we do like really hard job. We lift in like what they call it, solid woods and like big whatever. And so it is like, it didn't feel like for me I'm lifting heavy weights or whatever. So it felt good. My cousin and his friend, they actually escaped, and I kept going. And I moved from my first gym, which used to be like it's like, I would say, is a factory. It's really old, handmade stuff. So I moved to another gym, which is a little bit better, modern, like cleaner. I moved, and the owner of that gym, he is my first coach. Bless him, he passed away about 2 months ago. He's a world champion. He used to live in Germany. He's finished, he came back to Libya and he opened the gym. So I started training after 6 months of training. So I met some friends.
What was his name?
Mubarak. Yeah, they call him Mubi. He's very well known in Germany. He did Waba shows, and he was very good with his what they call it, posing routines. He's been like invited all over the world for like posing, like Maccabi style. So I trained there. I met one of my first training partner, was Abdul, and he's really, really into bodybuilding. He knows, he actually speaks the language, speaks English, and he's in my supplement, and he's this. So I've learned a lot from him, and he teaches me. So he made me even more addicted, hooked into the training. So after 6 months training, me and my training partner, we went to the beach, like as a camp, and me and him for 4 or 5 days. I think it was after Ramadan. And we took some pictures and everything, and we were on a diet and everything. So we came back, you only see these pictures now, the posing, and it was really like funny.
Still have them?
Yeah, I do have them. Yeah, my friend, he has them. So I'm gonna send you some. You post them.
We'll put them with this interview right
Oh
now.
yes, very, very very, very funny pictures. So we came back to our coach, and we said to him, we're gonna compete. We're gonna compete next year. So he was looking to the pictures. He said, Kamal, you can. Abdul, you still need some time. And as soon as I've heard Kamal, you can, I said, okay, what is gonna take me to compete? What do you want from me? How? We're gonna start. And he told me, what do you do? I said, I'm a student. I was like studies at the uni at the time, just started the uni. And he said, what's about you finance-wise? I said, I don't work, I'm like a student. And my dad, he gives me like a salary every week, spending money. So I get everything from my family, they take care of everything, just spend it. Yeah. So it's my dad, he's giving me spending money, and that's it. He said, well, you can't afford it, because this kind of sport, it needs a lot of money. You need money. I'll tell you what, forget about it. Don't think about it. Just come and train and be a normal person. I said, why you don't want me to compete? He said, Kamal, it's cost you money. I said, don't worry about money. I'll speak to my dad, probably will give me some money. But he's like, he doesn't want me to, because he knows it's the cost or whatever. So I spoke to his partner, his business partner. He said, don't worry about him. Come and train with me. He knows, he competed before. Come and train with me, and we will prep. And then when he see you definitely are serious, he will be okay, and I will talk to him. So I said, okay. I started training, because that guy, his partner, he was prepping for the Libyan championship as well. He said, we do it together. And he helped me a lot. So training with him, going with him, meet him. So, and then I told my dad, I said, and then after I spoke to my coach, I said, how much? Let me know how much. He said, it will cost you $1,000 to prep for one show. So that's I'm talking 94. $1,000.
That's for anybody with money.
Yeah, it will be a lot of money. So I went to my dad. I said, Dad, I need $1,000. He said, what's for? I said, I want to compete. I want to do competition, and I want to buy some supplement, proteins. And he said, don't worry. What supplement you need? Because my dad, he travels around the world. He said, I will buy what you want. Just write down what you want. I'll buy it for you. I'll bring it. In Libya, there isn't any in Libya anyway, because there isn't. So I don't want to tell him I'm gonna like do other stuff. So I said to my coach, I said, hey, listen, my dad, he said, this is what's gonna happen. He said that he will buy the supplement for me, protein or whatever. He said, no, but we're not gonna use it. We're gonna use something else. I said, okay, how much is gonna cost? He said, $1,000. I said, you sure $1,000? I said, $1,000. So I let my dad travel. I gave him some names. I gave it to him. My dad, he gone to Italy, I think that time. So I let him go, and I sold my car. I had a Honda Civic hatchback, I remember, which is my dad bought me my first car as when I got my license. And I've sold my car, and I gave the money to the coach. I said, here we go, that's $1,000. I remember that time is the equivalent. I haven't gave him $1,000. I gave him the equivalent with the Libyan money, 3,500 Libyan dinar. So I gave him that much money, and then we started. And then my dad, I think 3 weeks, my dad came back. Where's your car? I said, well, I've sold my car, and he gone nuts into me. He's gone mad. You're selling your car? I've told you I'll bring this stuff. I said, well, the coach is Russian. He wants the money. We need to start. There's no time. So I gave him. So he's gone mad. He's got about 3-4 months, and then he bought me another car. And then we started. After, I think, 9 months, we did the Libyan Championship, and I won my first Libyan show. It is
champion in Libya now.
A champion in Libya, yes. I did 75 kilos, 75. I remember I weighed 70.7, 70 kilos, 0.7. He said, do you want to go drop them 70 grams? I said, I've got nothing. I cannot even walk. I said, no, I'm going to compete 75. They don't want to let me, sometimes they will give you like a little bit, 100 grams extra or whatever. They don't want to. So I competed 75, which is with the 2 good champions. I know them from before. And I actually beat them, and I won the show, and then I did
So this was your first victory?
My first victory, yes.
What was your first victory officially?
It's a Libyan championship.
What year?
1994.
1994
Yes,
Libyan Championship.
Libyan
first
Championship.
Victory.
First victory. I started training in 1993, and my first show was 1994 Libyan champion, and then the second one, which I did the overall, which is not the overall, the Libyan Golden Cup they call it, which is like an open class. So I come second in that one. And then that's it. Since then, my coach, he told me, if you are in the right place, you could be something big. You could be a world champion. I got that in my mind. So I've got that in my mind. And then since then, I was thinking, Libya is nothing for me. First show, I won, so I need more. And that's when I started thinking to move away from Libya.
Because you can only win so many Libyan championships.
Exactly, yeah.
And what was your next move after Libya? So now you're a champion in Libya. You have the confidence must be soaring through. What was your next challenge?
Well, to be honest, as a Libyan, for me, I don't speak the language. And then that time we had the issue with the Lockerbie, with America. So there is no all the airplane or the airport slots.
This is a very tense,
very tense moment. Yes. So the only key to go to Malta, which is we use the boats from Libya to Malta, and then we fly from Malta to all over the world. So, and then for me, don't speak the language. I don't have nowhere. So I have a friend in Malta, and I said to them, I'm coming to Malta, at least my first step, and I want to actually come and move there. He said, you sure? I said, yeah. Okay, so one day, I told my mom, I said, hey mom, I'm going. She said to me, it must be, she wasn't like, you gonna go? I said, yeah, I can't tell my dad. He will go mad on me, very. So I was telling my mom, please mom, I'm just gonna go. I wanna do this. I wanna really be a world champion. My coach told me. I said, shut up. She wasn't really like, she didn't think I'm really serious. And then they had, in Malta, I remember 94, they had a world champion, I remember Naba world champion. And some guys from my coach is going, and some guys from Libya, they want to go watch the show. And I said, that's it, this is the one. I'm going to tell my mom, I'm going to watch the show. They invited me, so I made a little bit story. So tell my dad, because Kamal won the show in Libya, they actually gave him a prize or a gift to watch the show. She said, I'm not telling him, you tell him. I said, please, mom, I cannot even speak to my dad. I cannot. I know what he's gonna say. So she said, okay, I will tell him. And then I prepped myself, everything is done. I tried to manage to get 500 US dollars in me, so at least until I find work, whatever. I arranged with my friends over there. Actually, I'm just going out. That day I'm going out from the house, and my dad, he came back early from work. with my bag. He said to me, where are you going? I said, oh, my mom hasn't told you. He said, your mom, why? You haven't got a mouth to say to me? Blah, blah, blah. He was like really mad. I said, well, I'm going to the show. This is like this. Because I won, they gave me a prize, like just a gift to go watch the show. I said, I'm only going for 3 days. I'm coming back. You this, you that. He was like really mad. And then he left me and I walked. And then he stopped. He said, you got money with you? I said, yeah, they paid for everything. I've got everything. Thank you, Dad. Thank you very much. Just want to go. And actually went. And then just went to Malta and I stayed there. I didn't come back, so he was mad at me. A week finished. When I spoke to my mom, I said, I'm not coming. I'm not coming back. Tell him I'm not coming back till I make it myself. I'm not coming back. And they still couldn't believe it. They still couldn't believe it. So
this small move from Libya to Malta in the world is a small move. To you, it was the biggest.
oh God, it's the biggest. Yeah, I mean,
it's the biggest moment of your life at that moment.
I don't speak even the language. I don't speak any English. Then it's so. That's why I wanted to do it. That's me, and I've done it. So I went there, and then I remember like stayed with my friends. I was sharing a room with him. $500 is not big money, spending money. I still went to the gym, training, trying to have my food. I do my best. And I remember being looking around, wake up in the morning, looking around, go find a job. Been looking around. So I found a job after like 6 weeks, 8 weeks. I found a job. So I've been to the building company. There's a Libyan guy who works there. He said, yeah, come to speak to our boss, probably there is something for you. I said, okay. So I came there, I said, I don't speak the language. So he was translating to me, what do you do? I said, I'm a carpenter. Skills, I know I am a carpenter actually, because I've learned with my dad. Exactly. So he said, but we haven't got carpenter. We are like, it's a hotel. They're refurbishing the whole lot, changing like, plastering, painting, and these kind of things. Like, they haven't started like furniture yet to use me as a carpenter. One day he said, come back next week. I said, okay, come back next week. One day I came and I found them like they're sitting outside the place, that hotel, and they're sitting down. I said, there's no work, sitting down, there's no work. But they sat outside because they're trying to throw the crash from upstairs, but there is a car parked at night and they don't want to throw anything, maybe they damage the car. So, and I came with a vest. Just like a little bit muscle, and then it's like, just started. And the boss told me, oh, you're showing your muscle, come and help us like push the car or move the car or whatever. To be honest, God gave me that power that day. I don't know, it's a miracle. It is a miracle. It's a small car, very small car. Malta's cars are really small. So trying to lift the car from the back, and we moved the car that way, and we've done it. And the boss looked at me, he said, come tomorrow, start work. And it's, yeah, man, I mean, I swear, yes. And from that day, I stayed with this. Actually, my boss, stayed with him for 2.5 years, working with him. He saw me on passion, training, sees me improving, he's helped me. And
this is the first time you're
yeah,
completely on your own?
It's in my own. To be honest, after maybe 3 months, and I came to my boss, he saw me like, he gives me some work, he sees me. I know carpentry with like building, whatever, we use similar tools or whatever. But he knows that I've got like skills on my hands. And started slowly. After 3 months, I said, I want to move from my friend's place. It's too much now, I want to move, but I haven't got money. The money is not enough. And I said to my boss, I said, what if I use one of these rooms? There's no door, there's nothing, there's nothing. It's all that place is like dust and everything. I said, I want to stay here. He said, you stay here? I said, yeah, just for a time. I want to manage to collect some money and then I will start, because at the moment I don't have money to go and rent in my own. I want to live in my own. He said, okay, so what he did, he helped me, he put a mattress for me, and then I had some bricks done. He See, we talking something like people they don't know about my story. I'm telling you now is something never heard before.
Well, cut it right there. We're gonna get right back to it.